Hi, Facebook. I'm so sorry that I am running behind. Hello, guys. Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. I have so many apologies to tell you that I went late. I'm running late. I'm so sorry. Oh, forgive me. I'm going to type in here right now. Comment. Forgive me for starting so late. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I was taping a podcast with another woman and we just got going and like it was just freaking crazy. And I am so sorry. I really wanted to cut it off, but I didn't. And it's going to be great. So, hi, Jackie. How are you? Thank you so much for hanging in, guys. I'm really sorry that I said it was noon and it's a half an hour late. So, I really hope I didn't mess anybody up. In any case, hi, welcome. Let's talk about doubling the traffic to your site. And I really do believe that this is possible. I don't know what marketing activities you're currently doing, but I do know what's working for my students and clients right now. And I'm going to fill you in on some of this stuff. Okay. So, hi, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Jane Hamill from janehamill.com and Fashion Brain Academy. And I'm on a mission here to help independent designers and entrepreneurs make more money selling their products. So I work with physical product people who sell jewelry, accessories, clothing, all kinds of stuff, candles, makers, whatever. But I really have a belief that you need your own money, and selling products is a pretty freaking great way to make a living. And a lot of creatives are not crazy about marketing their own stuff because it can be hard and it can be scary and it can be all kinds of stuff. So, hi Marissa, how are you guys? Thank you so much. Who's here? Let us know if we're going and you feel that this is useful. Would you consider sharing it as we go? I would be grateful forever. All right. So, the first thing I want to tell you that's totally working right now. And yes, you've heard this before, but let me explain exactly what I mean and how I would do it if I were you is using influencers. And the best way that I'm noticing that's happened, there are three people right now, three people in my Sell More Products Online program. That's like obviously the course is about how to sell more products online. Three people who have said that last month, like this year so far, has been their best month ever. Okay, three, because they're putting all of the pieces in place. And one strategy that's really working is to have blog posts that feature other brands, other influencers, and getting a quote and getting a suggestion from them and then letting them know you did it. Okay. So yesterday, one of the clients, the students in the course, she asked three different influencers the same question. So I'm going to use an example, which would be I just went over this with a client this morning. So I'll use her as an example. We said, so she's going to write a post on what would make your Mother's Day, what was your best experience you ever had on Mother's Day, and then she's going to reach out to, in her case, interior designers, bloggers who do their content is about decorating home coziness, and that she's going to say she's going to get some of these people who have a pretty decent following but they're not huge yet and say, what was your favorite best experience on Mother's Day? Just simply ask them for a quote, put them in the article that says, let's get your mom the best Mother's Day ever. How maybe if you have kids, you can tell your family to give you the best Mother's Day ever. Now, here it is. We talked to Oprah Winfrey, and here's Oprah's very best. Now I know you're not going to get to Oprah probably, but it doesn't matter. What we're looking for is who are your customers also following? Okay, so if they are buying your dresses or your scarves, what are they also doing online? Which bloggers are they reading? What magazines do they like? What products are they buying? So could you get another designer to give you a quote? Could you get a blogger to give you a quote? Could you get, like, if in this case, maybe you're located in Chicago, and you're going to do an article about, having a great Mother's Day, and you're in the home deck space, you make pillows or whatever, then you get a really nice home store, get the owner of a retail store to give you a quote about how to make it blank. So the topic doesn't necessarily have to be exactly around what you sell, but the influence that you go after should be ones who share the same audience as you. Okay. So if you get the quote and so from so Martha Stewart type blog says, "Oh, the best Mother Day ever was this and that," you put that in there. You let her know, "Hey, I used your quote. Thanks again." And then they're going to regram or repost that. And in one of the clients yesterday, I think the lady had like 600,000 followers or 100,000 followers or 60,000 followers. I don't know. The number was large. The traffic to her site just went up like crazy, like quickly. Okay. The other thing that has worked really, really well, and I'm talking about things you can do to double your traffic quickly. Okay. Anybody who knows me or knows what I teach, you know that I believe in producing regular content, whether that's blogging or making quick videos and putting them up on your blog, podcast, content that relates to your customer, your ideal client is so important. And doing it consistently is so important. And that is a long-term strategy. If you want to get some traffic like tonight, then you can get press. You can do a lot of things. But the first thing is ask for, decide on a topic, ask to get a quick quote from a couple of influencers, write the article, put it up in your blog, let everybody know it's there. All right. The second thing that's worked really, really well for another person in SMPO, Sell More Products Online, is she is a member of a few groups that talk about her niche. Okay. So let's say that you have swimsuits. Okay. So then in part of what you do is you're in the travel niche. When people go on vacation, they need to buy a swimsuit. Hi guys, how are you? So anybody, as we're going, if you have questions about your business or how to use this for your business, feel free to type it in. I'll be happy to answer it to the best of my ability, as honestly as I can. All right. So if you are making swimsuits, you have a swimsuit line, you're in the travel niche. What she did is she went into some of these groups, like traveling groups, like, hey, I love Italy.com or whatever. I don't know, like Facebook groups where people who have a like-minded experience come together, right? So, like if you love gardening, there's Facebook gardening groups. These people love traveling, love like beaches all over the world. And she went in and she asked them a question. She goes, "Guys, I'm thinking of making large sizes bathing suits, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea or if you guys even think that's crazy, or if, what do you think about that? Is there anyone who has looked for large size suits and hasn't found it?" I hope, she's part of that group. She participates fairly regularly. So she didn't just go in mining it. She does participate in the group because she loves beaches. That's why she has a swimsuit line, right? She loves traveling and she loves going on beaches all over the world, just like everybody else in the group. So she asked a question, and the question had to do with, what should I do with my next product? What do you think? But it was legit. It was an honest, heartfelt question. It wasn't like a play for traffic. It wasn't clickbait at all. She got 100 comments on this, discussion back and forth. Like, it was an unbelievable response. And she got 1,000 visitors to her blog on the day that she did it. And she got like another 1,000 the next day because people were still talking back and forth and really having an honest discussion, which is what Facebook really wants you to do. They really want engagement, and they really want not just cute picture. Like, they want like community building going on. And she got so much traffic, and she did get sales from that too. So the first one is, who are the influencers? Can you get a quick quote on something from about that, and then let them know it's there. And some of them will regram it, some of them won't, but it's definitely really, really working well. Hi, Jody Gay. How are you? Thanks for joining us, girlfriend. All right. And then the third thing that is really, really, really working is to get interviewed for someone else's blog, or even better, their podcast. All right. Because if someone has a podcast, the people who listen to podcasts are generally very engaged. It takes time. That person is right up in your ear, so you really get to know them. And so the followers of this person who has the podcast are very engaged and very loyal. So let's say, and I'm going to use maybe a different example. Who's here? You want me to use you as an example? Leave me a message. Let me know. I'll just use your niche. Okay, so actually, Jackie, I'm going to use you because I know what you make. So Jackie has her company's called Dietology, Dietology, and Jackie really believes hard in feeling good and feeling great about yourself just the way you are. Like not like I need to change everything about myself so I'm cuter and 10 pounds thinner. Like you're okay just the way you are. Okay, and she hand dyes these beautiful things in Ohio, and it's like a really cool thing. So Jackie, you could get yourself interviewed. Two things. You've one switched from a full-time design job to running your own business. So you could get interviewed on a podcast for women in transition, right? Or you could get interviewed on a podcast for I'm okay, you're okay type thing. And I'm using that reference from the 70s, probably wrong, but just maybe there are podcasters out there who discuss things like health and wellness, but in a very organic way that you would resonate with. And you say, hey, I noticed that you talk about this and this and this. I would really love an opportunity to be a guest and really talk about self-acceptance and what my journey to really accepting myself as a human being. Would you be interested in me as a guest? Okay. And then you get on there. Your whole goal is to help spread the message of feeling okay and feeling great about yourself, Jackie, for your brand. But then at the end, they give your bio and they say, Jackie is the designer of dietology.com. And, hey, if you love her stuff, they may even give you a really good plug and you could offer the people a discount. So it's a way to get in front of people, not necessarily about the product, but about what you truly love and believe in. Now, a lot of people say, oh, that's great. I really believe in sustainable. I'm going to go get myself on sustainable blogs. Well, okay, yes. And please know that if you're just talking about sustainability with a bunch of other sustainability experts, that's not going to get you any business. You'd want to be on a blog that talks about sustainable fashion and where to find it. Okay. So you want to kind of take the idea that I'm running with here. Who's got access to the people that you want? How do I get in front of them? What can I do for them? And then reverse engineer it. Okay. The ultimate goal here is to make money. You can't have a successful business without making a profit. So it's not just about spreading your message that you believe so strongly in. It's about maybe sometimes you do that just to be nice or just to be kind, but it's also about spreading the message in front of the people who like what you have, can afford to pay for it, and get it. Even if I go on and talk about we adopted our children at birth. If I go on a podcast to talk about my experience with adoption, how it might work for you, and really, really honestly try to help people with that. If I don't give a plug back to Fashion Brain Academy, I'm crazy. Okay. So you have to consider your its message, its relationship building, and there's always a reminder, oh, and I do this and you can buy it if it works for you. I'd love to help you. Right. So those are the three things that I really want to talk to you about. Okay. So the first one is doing a blog post, video, whatever it is, whatever kind of content you do, and making it a really simple thing where you ask influencers one question and you give everybody's example. Like I did a thing yesterday with Rachel about balancing working full time and being a parent. Okay. What does that have to do with Fashion Brain? Nothing, except that most of the people who buy my courses work full time, and many of them are parents, right? So it's an issue that they deal with. So if you are going to write that article, then you're going to reach out to other people who have influence over your clients and customers' buying decisions and ask them, hey, can you give us your best tip about this? I'll put it in my article. Thank you so much. Hey, I wrote the article and you're in it. Here you go. Here's the link. Thanks so much. And if you feel like sharing it, we'd love that too. No pressure. Okay. That's how that works. And the way you do it, because the client this morning asked, but how do I do it? You email them, and I've done it many times to strangers. You can email, you can DM, you can Facebook Messenger, you can whatever. But you can, if you email, I just say, could I get a quick quote for this article? Okay. Or could I get a quote for my book, or whatever it is that you're working on? So could I get a quick quote for my article? For this article is usually enough to get them to open it. And then you say, I'm writing it's going to be 4 ways to have the best Mother's Day ever. I'm looking for people to tell us, in 3 sentences, what was your best Mother's Day experience? I need it by this date. Thanks for considering it. Have a great day. And if you do it, I'll drive traffic to it and blah blah blah. Okay, so that's kind of how you do that. May I get, you should say may, but I write can because it looks better in the email. Can I get a quick quote for this article, not my article? And I don't put my blog either, because then it sounds like, just the idea, the term blog, some people still think of blog as like, dear diary, dear blog, this is what I did, this is what I ate this morning, and that's not interesting. Jolie, how are you? She says, that's brilliant advice. I know someone who does a podcast that would fit exactly that bill. I can put you in touch with him, Jackie. Oh, great. Awesome. All right. Way to go, Jackie. Way to go, Jolie. I love it. All right, guys. Could I ask you a favor? And this is what my Facebook, I'm doing a 30-day Facebook live challenge. And today's thing was to remind people, do you think this is valuable? Did you learn anything about this? Would you consider sharing this video right now? Would you consider sharing it right now on your timeline, or maybe in another group that you're in? And so I'm told I must ask you to share multiple times. So could you share this sucker if it's good? All right. So the first one we have was do a blog or an article and ask some other bloggers, experts, influencers for a quote. Okay. The second one was, I don't know the second one. The third one was get yourself interviewed on someone else's blog or on their podcast, and be sure to link back and go, tell them about what you do, what's great about it, why it might be interesting for them. And the middle one was what? Guys, I'm tripping already. What was the middle one? My notes are actually, I don't know where my notes are. Who cares? But you bet it's always good. Dara, how are you? It's valuable, but I would not consider sharing it. That is such good honesty. Why not? Why don't you share it? Because it's not valuable to your people, or because you never share things, or because it's not that valuable, which that could be the answer too. That's cool. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I was on a Facebook Live this morning. She also asked, if you're not sharing this, why not? Tell me, answer me why you don't want to share it, which is always really good. Guys, what was my second point? Because I'm completely tripping. I'll have to go back and watch this thing. It was, Facebook groups. So if you are interested in a certain thing and you're in Facebook groups, ask a genuine question about what it is that they want or like or do that does link back to your product. All right. So for me to go into a Facebook group, if it's just someone else's startup or like clothing designer group, it's going to be kind of awkward. It would have to be something that was sort of natural. So if I was in a marketing group and I asked them, what is it that keeps you from sending emails? Because I'm working on a new email course and I really want to just know why it's hard to send emails. Can you shed any light into that? That's number one, serving me, because I'm understanding why they struggle. But it's also, potentially getting them to get out of their block and say, yeah, wait, I don't know why I don't. What should I do? And I could help them, right? And then they may just say, why is this lady asking? What kind of course is she doing? I'll go check her out. So there's a couple different reasons to do that. Okay. And then the third one is get yourself interviewed on podcasts or on somebody else's blog. Obviously there's press, there's a million other things that you can do, but these are 3 ways that could actually drive a significant amount of traffic quickly. Okay. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jane Hamill from Fashion Brain Academy. Thanks for coming today, guys. Totally appreciate it. Dara says, Jane, your message is valuable to me, but not most of my current client base I'm trying to expand. My growing market is retail, and you are geared more towards indie designers than brick and mortar. Copy that. Okay, totally appreciate your honesty. You're the best. So anybody else have a question here before we pop off? Am I missing anything? Let me see here. And again, so sorry that I went way over with that podcast taping. Nothing's out yet today, but I went over with the podcast taping, so I started a little late. I totally apologize that, guys. Okay, I think I have everything. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow. Whether you're listening live or you're watching the recording, what's your question? What video should I make tomorrow? Ask me anything, and I'll pick one and make a video answer for tomorrow's Facebook Live, because it's 30 days of Facebook Live, people. So you got a question about your business, let me help you. Even if you're watching the recording, I check all the comments. So feel free to leave a comment and, let me help, man. That's why I'm here. And for those of you who are interested in really learning more and maybe joining in on getting the whole marketing and selling system, the course that I have for that is called Sell More Products Online. I'll put the link in here when I'm done, but it's janehamel.com/sell-more. And it's I don't want to pitch it too much, but it's a course that you have lifetime access to that has, a robust amount of training and modules and videos and workbooks and things. And it also comes with a bonus, which is a Facebook group that we all support each other. So great in that thing, as well as 7-week boot camp experience for Sell More Products Online. And that's starting March 5th. So if that's where you are and you're looking to get more sales online, and you're already up and running, you already have your store set up, your online store, then consider that and consider joining us. janehamel.com/sell-more. Jackie says, best class ever. Why is it the best class ever? Did it just put all the pieces together with you, Jackie? Like, I appreciate that, but I'm also wondering, like, it's kind of hard to explain this course. And so I just wonder what was good for it. Okay, great. Marissa, what are examples of podcast topics or influencers that my daughter could target? Her scarves range from 21 to $28. What are examples of podcast topics? Okay, so your daughter's like 11 or 12 and selling this. Get her interviewed on blogs, podcasts about kids doing amazing things. It's going to be a range of people, but it's also huge exposure. When I was in Entrepreneur Magazine, it wasn't like, which was a huge thing and I loved it, and I'm forever grateful that I got that chance. It wasn't that there's a ton of fashion designers reading it, but there's a bunch of entrepreneurs reading it, and they then see it and go, wait, I know somebody who wants to do a clothing line. Let me send them this entrepreneur article. All right. So I would definitely look for like rocking kids podcasts, as well as if she does style tips and she'd be a good interview, like if it's a women's blog, a women's style blog, it'd be hilarious to have a young kid on there saying what these, moms should wear. Like that would be so fun. Jackie, yes, so much good information pulled together in one spot. Dara says, or Jolie says, hey, I have a brick and mortar retail shop and I took Jane's Sell More Products Online course. I found it just as valuable to apply for that. Oh, that's cool. Great. Now I lost that thing already. For a request, I would like to hear examples of in-person successful collaborations you did with indie designers while you owned your store. It wasn't always with designers because designers don't often market very well. Unless I can get hold of them, and they're fashion brain followers. I didn't do that many with designers, but I can definitely give you ideas for collabs to drive traffic to a brick and mortar store. Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, I can definitely give you ideas of collaborations you can do for in-person events to get more traffic to your store, but just tell me if I have that right. Okay. Marissa says she also likes to encourage her classmates and want them to feel special when wearing her products. Oh, so she could do style advice for kids. I really think, is she making videos yet, Marissa? I know you're talking about that. She needs to be doing her own content. I really believe that. Good and bad. What does that mean? I don't know. Yep. Oh, okay. So I got it, Dara. Thank you. That's a great idea. How to drive traffic to an in-person thing. Love it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Again, anybody else, leave your requests because, 23 days to go. Okay. 23 topics. Bam. Later. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend.